ever applied for life insurance and been told you have to pay some substantial amount of premium? Or maybe you have applied for life insurance and you've been told that you were approved at Preferred Plus, but you had no idea if that was a good thing or bad thing. If you had answered yes to either one of these questions, I hope this presentation is informative to you. Life insurance companies use a process called underwriting to determine the probability of risk and mortality on an individual. Before jumping right into that, I want to go over a few terms and basic concepts of life insurance. The proposed insured is simply the individual on the application and who is covered in the life insurance policy. Premium is another name for money. Risk class is a term used to classify the possible risk of mortality based on the medical, financial, or lifestyle habitats of an individual. A life insurance policy is a contract between the insurance company and the owner of the life insurance policy. In exchange for the premium, the life insurance company will provide a lump sum payment to the beneficiaries listed on the application. Now let's take a look at the history. The modern concept of insurance and underwriting was created by an English gentleman named Edward Lloyd in 1688. During this time, Edward Lloyd would review merchants' ships and goods and determine if it was a good risk or cause. If Edward Lloyd determined that the ship was in good order and the goods that were being transported were okay to travel, he would offer insurance. At the bottom of the insurance policy, he would have the merchants write their name under the terms and condition, hence where the word underwriting comes from. Now with a little knowing of the terms and history, let's take a deeper look into underwriting and risk classification. According to Prudential Financial, in 2015, a life insurance company will analyze an individual's age, health history, gender, height and weight, occupation, income, smoking and alcoholic habits, hobbies, foreign travel, and a few other things. Again, risk class, or also known as risk classification, is used to determine the amount of premium that the life insurance company will charge. Each life insurance company may have a different name for their risk class, but generally they're all uniform throughout the industry. Now let's take a closer look at what these risk classes are. The following information is from the 2016 underwriting guidelines from Mutual of Omaha. Preferred non-tobacco, also known as superior health, is the best risk class that can be offered. People who are offered this are known to have the lowest probability of risk per an underwriting standpoint. Next is preferred non-tobacco. This is also excellent health. However, you may see a higher build, some slightly abnormal laboratory results, or blood pressure. Preferred tobacco is the same as preferred non-tobacco. However, some form of tobacco use has been used in the last 12 months. Next, standard plus. This is considered favorable. Again, you see a higher height and weight, slightly abnormal laboratory results, and some other things. Standard non-tobacco is known as average health or normal life expectancy. These individuals may have slight minor health conditions, or again, higher height and weight, blood pressure, or a few other things. And then again, standard tobacco, again, they meet the standard non-tobacco guidelines. However, there is some form of tobacco use in the last 12 months. And finally, substandard. This is known as below average life expectancy or high risk insurance. Individuals who are offered this type of risk class typically have a major medical impairment such as coronary artery disease, diabetes, cancer, or some other condition. Substandard rates are expressed as table ratings. The higher the table rating, the higher the mortality, therefore the higher the premium the life insurance company will charge. Each table rating is represented as a 25% increase from a standard rate risk. For example, if you're offered table 2, you are more likely to pay 50% more than an individual who is of the same age or gender that was offered standard. Now, how do life insurance companies find these risks? Well, according to the Academy of Life Underwriting, in their magazine, On the Risk, Journal of Academy Life Underwriting in 2015, height and weight is one of the most important components in preferred and substandard risks. To ensure that the life insurance company is receiving the most accurate information, they will require the proposed insured to complete a medical exam and laboratory testing. This will allow them to have accurate measured height and weight, blood pressure, pulse, as well as view the laboratory results that will show things such as cholesterol, triglycerides, possible nicotine use, etc. If the life insurance company feels that there is more investigation needed, they may pull medical records, perform a medical telephone interview, or ask for a questionnaire, or possible other things that are needed to determine the risk. Now, to tie everything together, I have 3 examples, and again, hopefully this will help show how life insurance companies use underwriting to determine risk, as well as the premium to charge. First, a 45-year-old female applies for life insurance, performs the labs, and is deemed to have superior health. Because of this, the life insurance company offers her preferred plus non-tobacco rates. The second 45-year-old female applies for life insurance. Laboratory results are within normal length, blood pressure is good, however she is slightly obese. Because of this, the life insurance company offers her at standard non-tobacco rates. And then third, another 45-year-old female applies for life insurance, admits to a history of diabetes, and in the laboratory results, the insurance company notices that there's slightly abnormal blood glucose levels. Therefore, they pull medical records. Within the medical records, they discover the diabetes is uncontrolled, resulting in abnormal kidney issues. Based on this information, the insurance company feels the risk is higher than standard, therefore they offer a table 6 rating. If you recall, each table rating is 25% higher. Each risk class is a 25% increase from the standard rate risk class. Therefore, at table 6, this individual is at 150% higher risk of mortality. And how does this measure out for premium standpoints? The individual who is offered preferred plus non-tobacco may see monthly premiums of $14 per month. The standard individual, also average health or normal life expectancy, may see $20 per month. And finally, the female who was offered table 6, 150% higher increase than standard, will likely pay $50 per month. In conclusion, you have learned about the history of underwriting, risk classification, and how the risk class uses, or how life insurance companies use the risk class to determine premium. I hope this presentation has been informative and you have a better understanding of the life insurance process.